Hey y'all, I just got finished watching a video from a true crime YouTuber that's been reporting on Lina Sardar Khil. This is the little girl that has went missing out of Texas. It's come to light that her mother had left her, apparently, at the playground by herself for 18 minutes is what they're saying. I don't think we even need to get started on how that right there is just this catalyst to this little girl going missing. Beyond. But this true crime content creator was posting screenshots of Lina's dad, his posts that he's been making. And one of them was translated, and so he's got it written in Arabic, I guess. But it translates to say that he has a crush on his daughter. That's the first one, that he has a crush on Lina. And then there are several pictures of just the two of them together. I'm talking a massive amount of pictures, and a lot of these pictures have inappropriate comments underneath them, and they're very suggestive. So that right there, I don't know. I don't think I was looking for that within this case, and it sprung up. But, you know, we have to be careful on how we word things around here. So I'm going to have to come up with a lingo. But, you know, if you watch any other type of true crime channels or anything like that, you know what SA means. And I can't hardly say SA because I end up saying the whole word. So, as you all probably also know, the Summer Wells case. So, when someone is being SA'd or is a victim of SA, I'm just going to further call it getting the Don Wells in them. So, the fact that these posts are being made by Lina's dad, and it's suggestive that he could be Don Wells in her. I'm totally sick. Totally sick about that. But not just that. It's going around through the true crime community that people think something is just not right about this case, or something's fishy about it. And I agree. I felt that from the get-go. But the timeline keeps changing. The fact that the little girl was left alone by herself for 18 minutes, I feel like that was an opportunity. That 18 minutes was an opportunity for that little girl to get snatched. I believe this was set up. I believe that this isn't what it's being made out to be. It's just not simply a child that's went missing. I believe there's stuff behind this. What? I don't know. I've not really sat and meditated on it or really thought about it. But I guess now's as good a time as any to try to get some answers. So I want to do a reading on Lina Sardar Khil, and this is going to be questioning her relationship with her parents, her home life. Maybe this will help. This will clarify whether or not that she's been Don Wells, or if in fact that this case could possibly be just simply a missing child case. So, Lina Sardar Khil. Lina Sardar Khil. I am in search of answers concerning the disappearance and the reasoning and circumstances behind Lina Sardar Khil going missing. Lina Sardar Khil. Lina Sardar Khil. I ask that this reading be guided from the placement of the cards to the... Y'all, I just had a brain fart. Whew, something just got a hold of me there. I ask that this reading be guided from the placement of the cards to the interpretations. May the interpretation be clear, concise, and accurate. I ask with grace and humility. Thank you. Alrighty, Lina Sardar Khil, looking for information regarding her disappearance. I promise you guys, that's the only spread that I know and do is really not the Celtic Cross, but this is the most effective when it comes to, that I've found come to missing people. Now, when it comes to doing readings further on into the cases, which I will be getting to, I've got perpetrator spreads, I've got case spreads. Those are totally different. Those are ones that I've made up all on my own. All right, let's see here what the card is going to say about Miss Lina Sardar Khil. Okay, now our first card is going to tell us the energy surrounding the relationship between Lina and her father. Now, this is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a card that indicates your wishes and your dreams becoming a reality, coming true for you. Any bad times of sorrow, especially bad times with sorrow and pain, they're now showing that they're now behind you, that this is a time of happiness and fulfillment is swiftly coming. It's someone with their efforts that doesn't go unnoticed. Usually signifies a recognition, an acclaim, or a fame. Wow, so this doesn't look like a good card for Dad here. All right, the next card is going to show or give us the information on the role that her father played in her disappearance, and that's going to be the Four of Wands, and it is in the reverse position. Also, the Nine of Cups, it also puts independence at the forefront. So that right there, independence from a child. That right there. But back to where we was at. The Four of Wands reversed. It represents unhappy families. Feeling jilted or being jilted. It's a card that also signifies leaving home. Feeling unwelcome. It's a card of indicating neglect, sudden upheaval, or uprootings. Wow. So her father's behind her disappearance. Now, the next card is going to show the energy of the relationship between the mother and Lina, and that's the King of Cups. The King of Cups, aspected as an influence rather than a person, it reveals a need to settle a conflict in a family situation, within a family setting. It's unsure whether to follow the crowd or the consensus or to follow your hunches. So I'm looking at this and seeing that the father is behind the disappearance. His idea, his plan. And it's a conflict between him and the mother, because the mother is unsure whether to follow him or to go on her own hunch. So it's caused a conflict. All right, so now that's got me interested now. And this next one is going to be showing or reflecting the mother's role in Lina's disappearance, and that's the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is showing somebody who's waking up worrying about things in the late hours. What you're waking up worrying about. Dealing with high levels of anxiety. It's also the burden card. So the mother wasn't involved, but the mother knows about it. And that's what I was thinking. She left that little girl by herself in the park so that the abduction could happen. That's exactly what her role is in that. Now it's eating her up. Next card is going to show the environment of her family life, and that is the Eight of Wands reversed. The Eight of Wands reversed shows family members that within a family it being hard to communicate, having petty arguments, a big old jealousy factor stuck right in the middle of it. So Lina didn't have a very good home environment from what it looks like. Well, the next one is going to show the events of her disappearance, how they unfolded. And that's going to be the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of being constantly vigilant. It's being halfway through a battle, telling you to hang on, but it's also aspected as expecting trouble because things aren't working out as you planned. Let's look at it as challenges and setbacks along the way. But once again, telling you to hold on because you're nearly there. Your success is nearly there. From what I'm seeing here to the father, Lina has been some hindrance of a sort. I don't know what, but it looks like a hindrance of a sort because it's going back to independence, fulfillment, success. Now, the next card is going to be information surrounding her disappearance, and that's going to be the World card. The World card is here in this aspect is denoting triumph, completion, a deep joy, a deep happiness, a feeling your much-deserved success, and to you, what you feel is much-deserved success, feeling the reaps and the joys of that. Yeah, see, she was a hindrance. He saw her as a hindrance of some sort. Now, the next card is what is hidden about this case. And that is the Five of Cups. It's a card of upset and loss, sadness and confusion due to a breakup. I wonder if mom and dad split up. A card of upset and loss, sadness and confusion due to a breakup. I bet mom and dad's broke up because that's something that's hidden. And, you know, I don't recall hearing or seeing anything about her on these news conferences, just the father. All right, so the next card is going to be a card of truth. It's going to show something that is a truth about this case, and that is the Ten of Swords reversed. The Ten of Swords reversed is a card of ruin. It's ruin with repercussions. So they may be flying high now, or the father may be flying high and feeling his much-deserved success right now, but before it's over with, he will be ruined with repercussions. Now, the last card is going to be the final words, and it's going to be the Three of Swords reversed, and it's the pain of truth revealed. It's accompanied by quarrels and drama. I'd say that's about what's to come. The truth is going to be revealed, and the pain of it is going to cause quarrels and drama. Now, in looking back over this, after I watched that video by the true crime creator, I don't see any Don Wells' cards here. So I don't feel like that the father was Don Wells in her. I feel like that she was a bump in the road for him. Much quite the opposite. Maybe the pictures were... Oh. You know, I swear to you, 9 out of 10 of these cases all go back to trafficking. Now, I didn't get any trafficking cards or any Don Wells cards, but there was no Don Wells in between him and her. And he wanted to get rid of her. He saw her as a hindrance. And all those inappropriate comments underneath those pictures, all those pictures of him and her, that was the auction. That was the auction. This little girl has been sold because I don't feel like she's passed on. I feel like her spirit is still within. It's still intact. This little girl's been sold. For whatever reason, I don't see it coming up as an essay card, but she was sold. Definitely sold. So there you have it. That's what's so often odd. That's what's so fishy about this case is because the mother, she knows about it. But I'm assuming because of how their family structure goes, that the wife is under the husband. She follows the husband's lead, and pretty much like he's her master. So if he's put out this plan to get rid of Lina, she would have had to have followed through with it. You know, it couldn't have been her stepping in and saying, "Oh no, you're not going to do this and get away with it." And I also think that has led to them breaking up or them being apart. Yes, that's what I see. I'll do a follow-up on this case as well. I'm really interested in seeing how this plays out, if this is in fact accurate as it happened. But as of right now, what I feel from this reading is that the mother took Lina to the park, and the mother walked away to go get water. She was gone for 18 minutes, which was the setup. This was the time to allow Lina to be confiscated by whoever her father has sold her to. And the mother wakes up in the middle of the night worried about this. It's a high level of anxiety for her. It's a burden. And it's caused conflict and dispute between the mother and the father, and it's caused the breakup. Because the father feels like now it's a time to celebrate. It's his success is here. Well, that really puts things into perspective, and that really makes a lot of sense now that these open-ended questions, or these whys, or this, something being fishy or something not adding up. This is what it is. Certainly what it is. I want to take a moment to thank you for letting me have a part of your day to watch this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, this is the Truth Confederacy, signing off.